It turns out losing over $200 million wasn't enough for Rocksteady and the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Apparently losing all that money was not enough. So what do they need to do? Go further down the rabbit hole and destroy themselves even more by putting out Mrs. Freeze. Not Mr. Freeze, Mrs. Freeze. I know, yeah. She's a lesbian. Just when you thought hell would freeze over before these people ever learned, apparently it's freezing up to be a good old gender swap. And that's gonna bring people running back to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Yeah, that's gonna happen. So let's get into this here's article from Bounding into Comics. Rocksteady confirms next Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League DLC character Mrs. Freeze is a lesbian. And there's Mrs. Freeze now. Recruited by Task Force X. Right. In what can only be described as a desperate play to get someone to play the widely panned game, Rocksteady Studios has confirmed that in addition to being a gender-swapped version of a classic DC villain, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League's next DLC character, Mrs. Freeze, will also be a member of the lesbian community. Well, once she's female, she has to be a lesbian. Once you're male, you have to be gay. That's how they look at it. And when they keep losing money, they say, I wonder, but why? How does this keep happening? Why does nobody want what we're putting out? I don't understand. Are we doing something wrong? Are we stupid? You know what? Probably not. Let's just keep doing it. It's fine. Let's keep doing it. How much money have we lost now? 2 billion? Yeah, it's just money. Let's keep going. Yeah, that'll be fine. God in heaven, these people give you an aneurysm. Yeah. Yep. Mrs. Freeze. It says, Butcher's Hill. The Embattled Studio confirmed this aspect of Mrs. Freeze's character in a July 17th blog post officially unveiling her planned addition to Task Force X. Let's read her bio. Victoria Freeze is an ice-cold, self-sufficient survivalist who has watched her Elseworld turn to ice as Brainiac's invasion took hold. By the time we meet her in Season 2, she has spent years as the last holdout of her dying planet, unwilling to leave her cryogenically frozen wife behind. Yep. But after being recruited by the squad, she may have the chance to save her and unleash icy hell. Well, hell is gonna freeze over anyway, so she might as well unleash it too. And though Mr. Freeze himself won't be making an appearance in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, Rocksteady has confirmed that his Arkham Asylum outfit will be featured as a purchasable cosmetic option for his gender-swapped counterpart. Yeah, that's what people want. People so badly want to go out there and play as gender-swapped Mrs. Freeze in Mr. Freeze outfit. Yep. Yeah, there will be a line around the corner for this game. God. Wait. Yeah. Okay, Mrs. Freeze serves an ice slide in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Yep, though she's stealing Iceman's thing. Throughout the season, a number of new outfits will be available in the store, most excitingly for old school Rocksteady fans. You showed that many of them left. The Arkham family of outfits, these classic looks for Deadshot, Harley, Mrs. Freeze, and the Joker are inspired by iconic designs from the Batman Arkham games. Each of the outfits come with awesome swatches themed after infamous DC supervillains from the Batman Arkham series, including Solomon Grundy, Two-Face, and Ra's al Ghul. So you're getting outfits you could purchase to play dress up with Mrs. Freeze. Yep, that's gonna People are just clamoring for this nonsense. Unfortunately for those curious as of writing, Rocksteady has not yet released any preview images depicting just how Victor's Arkham outfit, as originally done by the villain in Arkham City, will look when worn by Victoria. Thing about it is that the Batman Arkham City games was so fantastic because it was done so well that people wanted to play it. The details and everything was so good. You get the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is total crap. The graphics look like nonsense, and then you could tell that they just weren't interested. But no, when you listen to Sweet Baby Inc. who tells you, listen, do this, we know, because we are the video game mob, this is what you get. You understand me? These people go into your business and are like, nice business you have here. Would be a real shame if something happened. You should hire us to make sure that doesn't happen. And what happens anyway? Your business goes through the freaking ground. Interestingly, the character of Mrs. Freeze has actually been previously established as a known villain in DC Comics canon. Now, that did happen, but the thing about that, this is at a completely different manner. Let me put it out here. However, rather than being a gender-swapped version of Victor himself, this version is actually his wife, Nora. Her husband both curing her life-threatening illness and giving her superpowers by subjecting her to the same treatments that resulted in his sub-zero existence. In a further deviation from Rocksteady's objectively lazy new character, as evidenced by her marriage to Victor, the comic book version of Mrs. Freeze is not a lesbian, nor has she ever been shown to have any lesbian leanings. The same way that Tim Drake Robin never had any kind of so-called gay leanings for years. But no, we're supposed to believe that out of nowhere he suddenly wants Dick. That's what I don't mean Dick Grayson. We're supposed to believe that. Or better yet, bisexual Superman, John Kent. Nope, never had an inkling of it at all. You understand me? Went to the future, Saturn girl liked him, had this girl, he was interested in number, but then all of a sudden, bam, let's just make him gay because we need that coverage. And when people bought the comic book to get the issue that DC used to shoot themselves in the foot, it fell off the radar, and it's just been a complete disaster ever since. But yeah, and even this here looks pretty badass here, as the new Mr. and Mrs. Freeze. Had they done this in a game, this would be so freaking cool to see it. Mr. Freeze and his wife, yeah, and they look badass. Yeah, I'll give them that. For all of the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League 5 remaining players, that yeah, probably it's 5 remaining, and all those Amazon Prime members who could be bothered to claim it for free during the recent Prime Day sale, Mrs. Freeze will officially become eligible to join the fight against Brainiac when the game's second season kicks off on July 25th. Yep. Second season kicks off and going to be disastrous. Your genius idea is to gender swap Victor Freeze. Have this female version of Victor, this female Mrs. Freeze be a lesbian and figure that's everything you need to do. When you could have gone with Victor Freeze and his wife, and they would have looked real badass as a double team cryogenic villains. But no, let's do this instead. And when we lose more money and people actively reject it, go out and call people a bunch of homophobes and all kind of thing. Because when you attack the fans, that will always bring them back. This is a disaster in the making. We all know it. We all see it. You can't pretend it's not. This is what it is. Once again, you've done this to yourselves, and I can only say, good luck. Lose more money. We're all just going to sit back and watch that instead. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.